Hello and welcome to Elevate Your Business, everyone. I'm your podcast today. We're thrilled to have David Restrepo, a dynamic leader and educator on a mission to help people reach their highest potential. David's passion for building innovative teams and crafting transformative solutions has driven growth in both startups and established companies. As a founder of Meroo, he's revolutionizing career guidance for students and young professionals through an AI-driven platform that makes self-discovery fun and impactful. With his unique blend of leadership experience and educational expertise, David empowers others to achieve their best and navigate their career paths with confidence. Get ready to be inspired and learn how to unlock your true potential with David Restrepo. David, it's great to see you again. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Ed. Thank you for the intro, and I'm doing great and excited to participate in this podcast.
Well, thank you for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you with us today. To start off, would you mind sharing a little bit more about yourself and your business with my audience?
Yes, so I'll share briefly my story and then why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm from Colombia, and I started my career in sales and marketing at Microsoft. It was a dream job at the time, but very early I also discovered this entrepreneurial itch and this need to create and do something from scratch. So at the time I started a company which was in events. So I wanted to create my own bar, but I didn't have the money. So I brought the bar to the houses of my customers, and that's how I started in entrepreneurship when I was 21 years old. Then this company grew and I was doing 30, 40 events per month. I sold a franchise, and then I decided to go full time into this company, which then evolved into a marketing agency that served companies like Coca-Cola and Anheuser-Busch. And then I sold that company to pursue what I'm currently doing. However, at that time, I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to find my purpose, and I wanted to match business, entrepreneurship, and purpose. And honestly, I was lost at the time. So my approach and the first question I asked myself was like, what would I do for free? And the answer was immediate. And it was, I would teach for free. So I went and talked with some of my college professors, and there was an opportunity there for me to be an adjunct professor in organizations and entrepreneurship. I took it, I love it. And as I was a young professor, a lot of students would come to me, would ask me about life and career challenges. And that's how I reflected and said, like, hey, these people, they're very talented, all of them with different talents. They can do whatever they want in life, but they are lost. They don't have a North Star. They don't have a clear path forward. So that's how I said, okay, I want to start a company that will help people reach their highest potential, that will help them find their best fit career path and discover how they can match their skills, abilities, and purpose. So that's why I decided to found Meroo. I came to the US to pursue an MBA at NYU. I worked at a startup for 3 years or 2 years, as a product manager, director of growth. And in the meantime, I was slow and steady working on my own startup until recently, 6 months ago, I dedicated full time. I got funding, and here am I.
Outstanding. And I've seen your app. It is absolutely cool. And I know you've got some incredible plans for the future. And you've been through a heck of a journey so far. How would you define success today?
That's a great question, and the definition of success has changed from money to purpose and now to balance, right? So before it was all about money, and I'm going to tell you something that I don't tell a lot of people, and I don't feel proud about it. But when I was younger, I would say like, I want my toilet paper to be $100 bills, and I want to have so much money. That over the time changed, and changed because I also did a trip to Asia and studied like Eastern beliefs and like surrounded myself with different people. And then I defined success as purpose. Like, working on purpose. And at that time, I forgot about the money and almost like a fight between myself and money. I was like, no, purpose. And during like 5 to 7 years, it was all about the purpose. But then now is yes, there is purpose, but there is also money. And now the balance that I define success as a balance right now, it has four different areas.
Mhm.
One is, of course, money, because money enables you to learn more things, travel, meet people, fulfill your dreams, fund your startups, whatever it is, right? Then relationships, and this is not only like with a couple, but also surrounding yourself with people who are better than you, know more than you can learn from them, and of course family, and of course a couple as well, that is very fulfilling. So that is the second. The third one is about a location, right? And location defined as, where am I living? Am I happy where I'm living, where I am right now? Also the house, the home, apartment, but also the place, the city. Is this city aligned with what I want to do, with my purpose, with my personality, whatever it is? Am I going to work every day and I love what I'm doing every day? That is like location. And then last but not least, which is of course very important, health, right? And it's like, if any of those is imbalanced, I am not being as successful as if all of those are in balance, right? And that's my definition.
I think that is probably as well stated as I've ever heard. I also both resonate and chuckle a little bit about our journeys because there are many of us that start with that wanting $100 bills in our toilet paper as our toilet paper. So, yep, I definitely get that, and it's wonderful though because I think that part of the message to pass on to the audience really is that growth, that focus on purpose, and then to your other point about balance. That's what it's really about. And where you can intertwine your passion with your life and the journey that you're taking. And for me and my wife right now, we both work as part of my business, and we're starting actually another video series. And it's going to be about empowering your future and the journeys and
Amazing.
the adventures that are part of that experience. So, where you're heading and how you outline that, I couldn't say it better myself. Thank you for that. And the journey is never an easy journey. There's always challenges associated with it. What are one or two of those key challenges and the lessons learned to pass along to the audience?
Well, in the past few months, one of my biggest goals and also challenges have been fundraising, right? And honestly, when I came to the US, I was I was a bit naive, and I think that's important when you start something, like not knowing what you are going to face, right? Because if you know what you're going to face, maybe you don't do it. And it's like, I thought like, oh, I'm very capable. I'm going to get money like this. This is going to be easy. And then 5 months in, after probably 60, 80 conversations, nothing, right? And it was like, wow. And I didn't have a job at the time. And like, I was already full time. And like, how am I going to do this? Like, last year was not the best year for racing. And the way that I tackled that challenge was to find investors when they don't have their investor hat, when they are just normal people, right? And the way I found those investors was playing paddle. Paddle is like a similar sport to pickleball, like a combination between tennis and a squash kind of thing. And it's very popular in Europe, in Latin America, and there is a very cool club in New York. So I started going there and building relationships with people, playing paddle, talking about different things, where they were able to know me from a different perspective, in this case, sports, and knowing that how I play sports I am a founder, like the same kind of energy, the same kind of team building, the same will to win and to achieve the objective. Like they were able to see all that that is very difficult to see in a 30-minute conversation, right? Um, so that was key for them to know me better. And then when the opportunity arrived, I was able to pitch the company and it was easy. So it was like in 6 months, I got zero investors. And then in a matter of 1 month, there were nine. And it was because of those connections, building those relationships with people instead of investors, right? And they were able also to share more about them, to be open with me, something that maybe wouldn't have happened in a one-on-one conversation over Zoom, right? So that was a huge challenge that now I'm still facing, but now I have like a formula or at least a playbook to do it, right?
Yeah, the model that you're following is actually falls well within relationship marketing. Relationships first. That's 80% of everything that we should be focusing on. And from that, then you can start to how can we do business together? Because people get to know you
100%.
as a person, just like you talked about. Incredible journey, great story. So, as you consider innovation, and you're all about innovation, talk a little bit about how you're leveraging it today. And I know we talked a little bit about your future. Talk a little bit about that future.
Yeah. So, every day we see news about AI, right? And AI for me and for our company has been huge, even though we are not an AI company, right? And how I have used the technology has enabled us to go faster in business. So, as being an education company where we share content about how to choose the right career, and we have this elephant, the elephant is our mascot, right? And is the companion to our users in all the Meroo journey. And this mascot and this elephant shares knowledge and shares insights, and we were able to customize the voice of the elephant using AI. So we have a special voice for the elephant, and then we can customize the video so that the elephant is talking to you, and therefore is a warmer experience for our users. So that has been one thing. The second thing has been all about analysis, right? And in our app, you learn about your personality, archetype, temperament, skills, and more. And with AI, we understand and analyze that information to then suggest and recommend different career paths for you. Also, I love creativity, I love innovation, and therefore I love brainstorming. And now that our team is remote and I cannot do like a brainstorming session with a blackboard and like doing a mind map and all of that, I'm using AI for that, and I like bounce ideas every day with AI and with a chatbot that I already created, or AI agent that I created for myself, that knows about my company, knows about the objectives. So bouncing ideas all the time has been great, and it has been a great partner for me as well. Now, in the future, I want the elephant to be that companion for everyone in every life decision and major journey. So, for instance, you learn that you need to improve your communication, right? And then your communication maybe for selling because you are into a sales career path. Then you can have a call with the elephant and practice your elevator pitch and get feedback from the elephant about your elevator pitch from whatever you are selling, for example. Or maybe it is negotiation, and the elephant can have a tough position, or a more collaborative position, depending on what you want to practice, and leveraging AI to personalize education and personalize this learning process for everyone who is trying to reach their highest potential.
I absolutely love it. And I definitely want to see those future products as they come out. I think
Absolutely.
that there's so much use. And in my head, as you're talking, boy, it could be used here, it could be used here, it could be, well, I could use it. So I think
Yes.
there's so much potential for what you're doing today and where it's going. I wish you all success.
Thank you very much, Ed.
If there's a final takeaway for our audience that you would tell them, you really need to consider this as part of your business and life's journey to success, what would that be?
Will be a learning from my dad. And he would always tell me the following, which is life and career is like a train without brakes and without the ability to go backwards. So therefore, you have to be prepared, you have to be patient, and you have to be ready for when that opportunity arrives, you go in. And because that opportunity is not coming back. So with that attitude, I face every day. So every day is an opportunity to learn. Every day is an opportunity to read, to hear from other people, learn from other people, and be constantly preparing, gathering knowledge, knowing about your industry, whatever it is, but always learning, learning, and learning, right? The second is patience because that train and that opportunity, it might be an investor, it might be a potential partner, whatever it is, you are not going to find that person every day across the street, right? Like, so you have to be patient, you have to be out there, putting yourself in a position to find the opportunity, right? And it's going out, but being patient because that doesn't happen every day. And then when it happens, and when the opportunity is, and you see the train right there, is like go with all the attitude, with all the energy, because you might have only one shot. So don't lose that shot and shoot it in the best possible way.
I absolutely love it. One of my mantras is keep moving forward. And so when I picture that train is going to keep moving forward. So you
Yes.
better be on it and ready, just like you're talking about. Thank you so much for that. As we wrap up this inspiring episode with David, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful insights he shared about unlocking our potential and navigating our career journeys. David's story reminds us that with the right tools, guidance, and mindset, we can all discover our unique strengths and forge paths that truly resonate with who we are. Remember, your career is not just about finding a job, it's about uncovering your passion, honing your skills, and making a meaningful impact on the world. Whether you're a student exploring our post-secondary options or a young professional charting your next move, you have the power to shape your future. As you leave this episode, consider this question. What one step can you take today to move closer to your highest potential? It might be exploring a new skill, reaching out to a mentor, or simply taking time for your self-reflection. Whatever it is, know that you have the capacity to grow, learn, and transform, just as David has. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, your potential is limitless. Now go out there and start unlocking it. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.